Welcome to the Goddess Healing Code, 5 keys to heal fatigue and awaken your central energy masterclass. You are in the right place. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, so who are we? Lillie and Katie. We met at a yoga and tantra teacher training program. My story is I've experienced sexual trauma in my life. I've definitely had low self-esteem for most of my life. For about the last 11 years, I was experiencing adult acne, actually only until about last year when Katie and I started working on this for my health.
My story actually begins with birth control. So I was on birth control from the age of 17 for about 5 years. And once I finally got off birth control is when I started to experience all of these issues. It kind of started out with digestive issues, and I, sometimes would be doubled over in pain and not really sure what was going on. And finally I was diagnosed with celiac disease, and that is gluten intolerance. So at that point, I did the whole diet change, I cut it out, but then I started experiencing terrible acne. My acne was really painful, and it really interfered with my life. I had really low self-esteem for a long time. I went through candida cleanses, I did juice cleanses, I did colonics. I did everything under the sun attempting to feel better. And finally I was given the diagnosis of Hashimoto's. Ever since then, I've looked at my life from the perspective of what is it that is keeping me stressed out? What is it that's keeping me not feeling fulfilled? And I had to, go through a major transition. Part of why we are here today, because we've been there, we've done it, we've experienced all of it, and what we hope to do is to, help as many women as possible be able to feel the way that they want to feel.
Yeah.
And the way that we are able to feel.
And that's having that returned energy, feeling connected to our central energy and that central power, which really is at the root of a woman's life. Putting our health first and putting ourselves first has been definitely the biggest thing that we could do, and leads to feeling balanced, healthy, and free. And we want you to feel that way also.
What happens when we are chronically stressed? We actually, in this feedback loop, we begin to be numb. So when this cortisol stays stuck in the on position, the hypothalamus never gets to relay the information back to tell it to calm down, and the cortisol actually stays on. And so we're like in overdrive, constantly producing cortisol, constantly in this stress hormone state. Eventually, the signals become numb to understanding what is actually stress and what isn't, and everything then is stressful, and then we are overwhelmed. So this sends your nervous system into overdrive, and you're sensitive to everything.
The question is, are you ready to love, listen, and learn from your body? Katie and I have been on this personal journey ourselves and combined all of these tools to create the Goddess Healing Code, which is a 4-part online workshop for you. In this course, what you're going to get is 4 90-minute live video calls with us, 1 per week. And you can join from anywhere in the world, and the calls are going to be recorded and sent to you if you can't make them live. Within those 90 minutes, we're also going to have group coaching. So we're going to have the lessons and the practices, and then we're also going to have time to actually answer your questions individually and give you, specific attention and guidance and support through that, because stuff comes up when you're dealing with the root issue. We have some bonuses for you. Goddess Healing Code workbook, and that's going to include yogini egg practice guide, yummy recipes, some central self-love practices, and journaling prompts, so you can use this workbook throughout that 4 weeks together. And you'll also be getting a rose quartz yoni egg, so we're going to be shipping that to you. It's a value of $69. Shipping is included, and so you can start to practice and we'll be doing those practices together on the calls also. We're also going to give you a bonus affirmations on audio tracks, so you can actually listen to these as you do your practices at home. You can even put it on as you're falling asleep, and it will really speak to your subconscious realm and set you up for self-love and success. And of course, Sisterhood Tribe, which is priceless. So we're going to have a Facebook group so we can all connect and, you know, support each other through that. This is one of my clients, Claire. She says this work not only opened her up creatively in her career, but it helped her move and integrate energy in her body from past painful experiences, and it really helped her to nurture her desperate need for self-love.
And this is one of my clients, Amy here, who had rheumatoid arthritis and was seeing, you know, conventional doctors, put her on medication, and instead she found me, and she says, I learned about healing my gut, managing stress levels, emotional blocks, breathing. Every meeting I left feeling more empowered.
Celeste says that she actually felt as though she met an entire 70% of her being that she didn't even know existed yet. And it's so true with this work that you know, this is a holistic, a whole life approach. You meet parts of yourself that you didn't really know were in you.
Maya came to me with, you know, bad cystic acne, and, you know, she was embarrassed and in so much pain. Within a month of doing what she told me, my acne was cleared up and I had joint pain disappear that I didn't even realize was an issue that I could heal. So sometimes that happens in this work is, you know, you recognize on things you had no clue about.
Yeah, well, you thought it was normal.
Right.
You just
thought it was normal.
You've settled for the normal.
Absolutely.
And this is Laurel. She was an overworked nurse doing night shifts and couldn't sleep without sleeping medication. And now she's fully off that, and she is so connected to her body in a way that before she was just completely disconnected to her sensuality and femininity. And yeah, she's living a super blissful, orgasmic, and connected and purpose-driven life now. Never underestimate the investment that you make in yourself. As you know, we've shared with our story, we've had to make huge investments in all kind of levels in our healing, and really that comes down to making a choice that my well-being and my health, having my energy and feeling good is the most important thing to me, that I am important and I deserve that.
Absolutely. And so by doing that, it almost instantly creates this message to yourself, you know, that you are worthy, that you do deserve the best. You do deserve to feel the best.